Hi friends, we are continuing with our series landscape versus food forest. We are in a residential lot. It's like we have houses on the right side, houses on the left side, and we are wanting to grow everything. What I mean is all the fruit trees, and sometimes fruiting trees might not be what we want. We might want vines, and the fruiting vines may want to crawl or climb trees and go to neighbor's side, and they may not be happy that it's crawling all over their trees and want us to remove the whole vine from there, and they may not like to be transplanted. So we sometimes get stuck with finding space for those vines within our garden, but the challenge would be for us, like we live in a residential lot, to make it look beautiful as well, so that it doesn't look like an overgrown vine that has taken over the whole tree or taken over the whole lot. One of such vines, fruiting vines, that people usually say it's difficult to grow in Florida, and we decided to give a try. And one of such vines is a grape vine. It's not the muscadine grape that people usually grow in Florida. It's a bunching type. So it says Burgundy bunch grape, so it's not the muscadine. The story behind this grapevine is that initially, when the fence here, you see such a expensive fence and so much money went into making it, because we had great hopes that we could make veggies and vines and everything, and the neighbors seemed to like it at that time, that it's covered with green. It's like a green fence idea. But with time, we realized that the plants were for clusias. So once the grapes started to climb the clusias, we found out that one of our grapevines died, and later we figured out that they were cut many times where they were trying to cross the fence, and also at the bottom where the grape starts. So it just couldn't survive. It was not pruned, but it was cut pretty vigorously. So we decided that since we wanted to grow grapes here in Florida, South Florida, we decided to make use a simple technique that would give many benefits to it, like we had similar benefits in passion vine trellis. So this is a simple one. What we use, these are just pipes that we use. You can use plumbing pipes that are hardcore pipes, and you can use the neck to connect the two pipes. So this is probably 5 feet tall and 8 feet long, and they are connected in the middle by T junctions, so you can easily fit them. And in between where they run, these are nylon trellis that you can get it at any hardware store, and then we started to train the grapes away from the fence and towards this, and within a month or maybe 2 months, it's actually done pretty well. So and the fruits of our labor. So this grape, I think it's ripe already. Skin is very thin, it's sweet. Only thing is that it has seeds, which I personally don't like, but it's not genetically modified. So like jabuticabas, it has seeds inside, but pulp is really sweet and a hint of sourness to it. We have 5 or 6 different varieties of grapevines, and we can show you behind also. We made like a row of these trellises, and in between those rows of trellises we have planted jackfruit. We think that when the grapes go into dormancy in winter, the leaves fall. They are not really giving a microclimate for the jackfruit, but we can plant other things like beans that can fix nitrogen in the soil, helpful for the jackfruit as well. Plus we figured out that once there is a green screen all around, it will prevent cold air to come in and prevent frost damage if something like that happens during the winter time. So it's kind of a dual purpose here, and triple purpose, let's say. One, we found a home for these tasty grapevines. Number 2, we gave a nice microclimate for the jackfruits to grow during the winter time. Summer they will easily grow, but winter the temperatures drop and sometimes it gets into frost at times, so that will be protected. And it's edible, so it's you can enjoy tasty grapes from your own garden. It's ornamental looking as well, because now once the grapevines take over, it looks pretty beautiful, like a nice green wall for yourself. So see how many purpose you can come up with once you have creative ideas. And like I was talking earlier, these kind of ideas come when you have limited space. At times you have to come here at every couple days and try to train them back into the place, because they like to climb everywhere. So it's not that once this is done, the job is done. Once in a while we find a grapevine climbing over the clusias again, and so we have to bring them back and put them in place. So it's kind of my minimal job, but otherwise they are pretty trainable into one space. And once the winter comes, they go into dormancy, so not much work during the winter time. And the trellis is a pretty minimalistic look as well. So the trellis is very simple design. It comes, we had like a 6 feet tall plumbing pipes that we put into the ground. It's empty inside, so we have rebars inside so that it stays in place, so it doesn't move around. And then once 3 of those plumbing pipes are in, we put an 8 feet plumbing pipe across with a T in between. So this is a pretty simple design that can be done by anyone. It doesn't take a lot of hard skill to do it. And the middle portion where the grape climbs is a strong nylon net that we got from hardware store, and we stressed it, and that's it. And this cost, the pipes are plumbing pipes, they are pretty cheap. You can get it in hardware store as well, and the net itself was just $2, so it's not really expensive project, but it saves a lot of time, it saves a lot of conflict with neighbors, and you can come up with this beautiful looking trellis in a very short time. It's a very and the trellis looks modern and minimalistic, and it's cheap as well. We're working a lot on other parts of our garden and also mango tastings, because it's mango season right now, but we will bring the ground cover episode as soon as possible. Stay tuned, and thank you very much.